So we talked about all the design tools that Xd has to offer, and we analyzed their properties inspector in order to understand them better. But right now it's time to tell a little secret that all of these tools share together. Of course, I couldn't do it before talking about pen tool. In order to start talking about this common thing that all of our design tools share together, let's create a new artboard here. Color it like this one. And let's draw with all of the design tools that we have on this artboard. So alright, so we have all of these shapes here that we designed with before. Let's select our rectangle here first. We have a specific properties inspector for that rectangle. We can change the size, the placement, we can rotate it, flip it, add rounded corners and stuff like that. But what will happen if I double click on it? Let's zoom in a little bit. If I double click on it, 4 points will appear at the corners, similar to the points that we worked with when using the pen tool. Take a look at the properties inspector. Our measurement properties are limited, the way they were limited when editing a shape using the pen tool. And most importantly, on the layers panel, our element isn't known as a rectangle anymore. It is converted to a path right now. So let's click on one of these points here. I'm going to select this one and then I can move it around anyhow that I want. So we can edit our shape right now like it is drawn by pen tool. In order to have a smoother design, let's go double click here and I'm going to move this shape a little bit to the left. Double click here, select it, we have our handles, and we can play with the design. If we want to play with just one handle, hold on the Option or Alt key, select the handle, play with it however you want. So can you believe that this shape was a rectangle? No, it's converted to a path right now. Select it again. Those measurement properties are back, but we don't have the option to give this shape a rounded corner since it's not a rectangle anymore. Here for the Polygon tool we have a triangle. Then again we have some special properties for the appearance of a Polygon tool, but if we double click on it, you can see that the measurement properties are limited. Also some appearance properties are gone now. In our layers panel it is known as a path right now, and those 3 dots are similar to the things that we got when we were designing with the pen tool. So click and drag in order to design however you want with them. In order to add the stop, hover on the line, click, you added a stop, select one, press delete in order to delete it, double click, have rounded corners for your stops, play with the handles and create the shapes that you want. This one I think it looks like Aquaman or something, I don't know. For this one we have an ellipse, select it, double click, and then we can do anything that we want. For now let's put a smile on that face here. We have a line here, so just select it, double click, it's a path right now, add anchor points, design however you want with it. And this one it was a path since the very beginning, so you can do whatever you want with it. You can do this and then for example this one here and create the shapes that you want. Even a text in Adobe Xd can be converted into a vector shape. For doing that, just select the text, go to the object menu here. We have path. This option, convert to path, or use the shortcut command or Control 8. Select it. And right now you can see that the text properties are gone because it's not a text anymore. It is known as a path. Double click in order to access the anchor points that were creating these shapes. So you can just play with them however you want and get creative in order to create new shapes with your design. With this concept, we can do a lot of things. We can draw a lot of shapes, a lot of icons, a lot of graphs and stuff like that. For example, right here, I'm going to place this one there. Create a new artboard here. I have to name my artboards. It's been a long time since I didn't do it. So I'm going to name this one, for example, let's say graph or something like that. Change this color to this one. We have this line here in this graph, and we can create it with either the line tool or the pen tool. I'm going to draw a line here. I'm holding shift down in order to have a straight line. Let's go with the border size of this much, and let's go with this blue, for example. So we have this line, double click on it, and right now it's a path. Create an anchor point here, place it down here, and also in this way. Double click in order to have rounded designs for it, and then play with the handles in order to have the design that you want. So this is one way of designing that. The other way is with the pen tool. Or something like this, and it looks awful right now, but the important thing here is that concept that we have to learn. So all the shapes in Xd are vectors, and it comes to our benefit since we can alter them to create the shapes that we want, and we can't design those shapes with Adobe Xd because there's no tool in order to design them. But here, when we have vectors for all the shapes, we can get creative and create the shapes that we want. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more content.